Okay, well, I'm back. Sorry for cutting mid-sentence. Anyway, Link. I have been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you such the courage. Could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. But such a bold attempt was foolhardy. Foolhardy! I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands the monstrous bird. His name is Ganon. Will the real Ganondorf please stand up? He who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness, and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Evil! Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Dot. Yes. Will you do anything to save her? I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone with what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? Do you understand, Jar? In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. Ah, but I am getting ahead of myself. Wah, wah. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. Then how did you get from Forsaken Fortress to Windfall Island? I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail I will be useless to you. Useless piece of junk. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sail must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you might think you may need. But remember, there's no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. So basically, there's plenty of time to play. Man, that voice is very difficult, let me tell you. Let me tell you! Windfall Island, as I recently spoiled. My bad. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of a bummer I had to cut that in mid-sentence, but I'm trying to keep it around 15 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, so we have this guy, who I will refuse to talk to you, and you'll see why if I ever get trapped in his vortex. Go all the way past this emo, all the way up here to Mr. Silly Hat. He sells stuff, let's just say. My story is a strange one. I came across cursed seas from a land far away, a land where blizzards blow violently, heading for this town called Windfall. But dear me, as I traveled, a terrible storm descended and tore my ship into bits. Yet, mysteriously, only that escaped without so much as a mark on it. From the looks of you, I would say you are a traveler as well. Oh yes, indeed. Could you not purchase that for me? It is my one and only heirloom from home. The people of this town do not seem the least bit interested in that, despite the fact that it would help them travel the dangerous seas about their own. please, I beg of you. I wish to open a business here in town, so I am in desperate need of finances. How does 80 rupee sound? I'll buy it! Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much indeed. I have received precisely 80 rupees for it. I can use these funds to finance my new business. Oh dear me, what a happy day. Well, as you may learn later, I am impulsive. For instance, my capture card, impulsive. But that's beside the point. Very well, young master, as I promised, please, take that. Ow. You got a boat sail. Wow, he sure gave it to us. Yes, 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 you have made good purchase today, my young master. And you have saved my life and business as well. Treasure it dearly. It is the finest sail in the world. Treat it as such. Well... okay. So... not important. Okay, so you go in here, going around... let's see, what do I want to do? I think a good place to start would be going... now we go down here. Around the pig. Into... this door. Here we go. I've done this like a million times, and yet for some reason I just keep failing. Okay. So, can't take out my sword. Frustrating. Step on the switch. Step. There we go. Oh, who is this? Well, if you don't know, well, I can't really tell you. Anyway, hooray! Thank you, oh, so very much. Here is Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks. Ollie. Become an item. Here we have the Tingle Tuner, which is basically you connect your Game Boy Advance, awesome, to the GameCube, and you were able to, well, you are able to basically have Tingle come around and help you with stuff, and you can get a lot of invisible items that way, and he can give you like potions and stuff and blow stuff up. It's kind of useful actually. You'd be surprised, but it's kind of annoying because you kind of have to have like another person to do it, otherwise it's kind of hard to control by yourself. So it's really only if you're playing with someone else, you know. But since this is a one-player game, you rarely do that. Oh, Mr. Fairy, you want to come to my island, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? And now he gives us a treasure, not a treasure chart, Tingle's chart, which basically it shows you where his island is and 2 other locations of nice things that we'll get into later. If you ever need any help with your charge, just leave it to Tingle. Don't ever forget it. If you ever need help with charts, don't forget it. I won't, Tingle. I won't. Even though you're about to completely make me go bankrupt. This is fun. Something... oh, first of all, if you go in here, there's a rupee. Something I did not realize. Normally... I want to break that. Anyway, normally, you could push this to the side, but you could also, if you roll into it, there we go, if you roll into it, you can break it, which is a lot easier, or it should be anyway. Basically, this is what I do. I just kind of go, you want to go kind of to the top right corner of this maze, or, yeah, the top right corner. That's kind of where you're heading, so, and whenever you see like one of those wood panels, don't go in it. That is bad. I think that place is bad too. I'm not going there. I'm not going in. Looks pretty sketch. I think this place is where you want to go. Yeah. And then there's another one of those wood panels. Once you see these blue rupees, you're on the right track. So you just kind of keep going forward. Keep going, more wood panels. Blue rupee. Going through. And here we are. What we've been looking for. We don't even know what we're looking for. But somebody does. You go in here, and you get yourself Picto box. This handy contraption that lets you take pictures. I always thought that was kind of neat, kind of interesting. Basically, what you do, the easiest way to get out of here, is not to go all the way back. It's just to go find one of these and turn into it. And then you see a rat. I hate you so much. Anyway, it's really convenient because it takes you right to where your boat is. But thanks for telling me that. I'll explain it. I will explain it much later. Let's get out of here. Please, stop talking to me. Now, a westerly wind blows. Hop in and let it carry us to the east. Okay. So what I want to do, not do that, is to go, let's see, up here. That was another waste of time. Don't do that. So basically, once you've done what I've showed you, other than that little bit, you can leave. So, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Get on my boat, get on my horse, that's beside the point, and then you just follow this arrow, because right in the beginning, the wind is already blowing at your back, where you need it to be. And basically, if you press R, you can jump. Really convenient. Press Z to let out your sail, or, well, it's not necessarily Z, it's whatever button you put out, but you let out your sail, you basically go. You can, if you're going against the wind, you can go in like a zigzag pattern to go with it, so you don't go completely as slow as the speed of a snail. Up, 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 up. Oh, I wanted to get that. Anyway, I'm trying to look for something that I think appears over here. If you are lucky enough. I don't quite know. Is that it? I think that's it. Are you what I'm looking for? If you are, that'd be really convenient. Will you be what I'm looking for? No, you're not what I'm looking for. Oh, that was weird. Lagging. Holy crap. And now we have a red rupee and a green rupee. This is getting kind of random. Anyway, put away our sail. Stop. We want to talk to these guys, who will be right next to this island right here. Talk to this guy. Yeah. Mighty fine boat you got there, Bob. You must be searching for treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? I can't talk that fast. Har har har, you won't get any from us, Bub. No, not likely. Let me ask you something real quick. Who wanders around on a fishless sea? I tell you who, Bub, only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. And maybe some other things that I've never heard of. You know, with all the weak island dwellers who never leave the shores, I'm amazed to see such a tiny little guy out here. I like your style, Bub. I feel like I've known you my whole life. So hey, Bub, tell you what. As one treasure hunter to another, I'll give you this. You'll definitely be needing it if you want to haul up treasure. Come on, take it. I won't take no for an answer. I also won't take nay, nope, or nar. Just grab it. Da-da. You got a treasure chart. This is our first treasure chart, if I'm not mistaken. Not treasure chart number 1, but just the first one you get. Basically, when you open it in your sea chart, it'll show you the location of treasure on, well, a map. So it's really convenient, and there's a lot of good stuff you can get. Like, you can get a heart piece, you can get lots of money, which is good for later. You can get all sorts of things. So yeah, and he's talking about something that we'll get into later. I really like those guys. I'm just gonna have to say that. Anyway, so now we head off to this big, tall thing. What is it? We'll find out later. Okay, so... God, I was glitching out like crazy a second ago. I really hope it doesn't get into a trend of that. And I'm starting to realize that I should probably stop. So, see you next time.